Maya Angelou said, and I quote, I love to see a young girl go out and grab the world by the lapels. Life's a bitch, you've got to go out and kick ass. How many of us were actually told that as children, as young girls? Some of us grew up rebelling, some of us were quietly accepting, but all of us across the board were going through different versions of the same thing. And today, look at what we're all doing, constantly balancing ourselves with work, home, children, parents, in-laws, partners, spouses, friends, neighbors, colleagues, the health, the local grocer. We're at it continuously, 24/7, without taking a beat. Is it any wonder we're constantly going through financial and career concerns, stress, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, be it with parents, children, spouses, girlfriend, boyfriend, with the self and health? Where do I even begin or end with that one? You know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. And you're here for a reason. Dearest women, it is time to learn and share and heal without fear, without hesitation, without judgment or bias. And this is the place to be for that. Because as Glinda the Good Witch said in The Wizard of Oz, you had the power all along, my dear. Good evening and welcome into the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Women's Tele Summit, a Tele Summit for only women, by women experts, and hosted by women, Ruchira and myself, Neelu. There's so much that we have lined up for you, from divine weight loss in 15 minutes to upping your game in love, health, and money, from the power of true kindness to making your home feel like a warm hug, from compatibility being just a number away, to igniting soulmate connections with palmistry, from reversing diabetes and hypertension and living without medicine, to journey of self-healing, from quantum biofeedback to reconnective healing, from candle magic, to why relationships make or break a woman's life, to healing your mother wound, to financial security with Ma Lakshmi's blessings and Venus decrees. Okay, I need to take a breath here because we have it all for you. And to launch a space like this, could we have possibly begun this Tele Summit without the woman who is a superstar actor par excellence, Padma Shri, National Award winner, has won so many film awards, she's lost count of them. We've lost count of them. She's essayed roles of independent, free-spirited, brave, ambitious, courageous, follow your dreams, no backing down, female protagonist, be it a Parinita or a Pal, a Tumhari Sulu or a Mission Mangal, Ishkia or a Begum Jan, a Kahani 1 or 2, or a Hamari Adhuri Kahani. I mean, I can go on, and coming down to the most recently released, second highest grossing film on an OTT platform, which you know in Bollywood terms pretty much means it's a super duper smash blockbuster hit, Shakuntala Devi.
Thank you.
So I'm just taking a second. Could we have started this Tele Summit without this woman taking us? No, we couldn't have. And it is our absolute joy and privilege and honor that we get to host her. All you lovely ladies in the house, put your hands together for the woman of the hour we've all been waiting for, the absolute gorgeous Vidya Balan. Hi, Vidya.
Hi, Neelu. Thank you so much for that very warm and wonderful welcome, which is so typical of you. I'm thrilled to be spending this evening with all of you. I'm thrilled to be the first speaker on the Tele Summit. I'm just thrilled to be on the Tele Summit because I think now it's become a ritual to be on every Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Tele Summit. And by the way, happy birthday, happy 5th birthday, Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies. And here's to an infinity of birthdays to be celebrated.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you so much for being here as always. And we have so much that we want to ask you. But before we get into that, Vidya, I have to ask you, is zero your favorite number?
Actually, I have to say one is my favorite number because whatever you multiply by one, that's what you get back. So I think that's about life. It's what you give to life that you get back. If you believe that the world is a kind place, the world is a kind place. And if you smile, the world smiles back at you. So yes, one is my favorite number.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That is, you know what? I was actually thinking, literally wondering, okay, if not zero, because that's just a fun question, what is it actually going to be? And you know what? One it is. Awesome, go.
Because, when I did the film, actually,
Yeah.
That was the first time that I ever thought about it. I was like, oh, if zero is Shakuntala Devi's favorite number, and it all makes sense, Dunya Gol Hai and all of that. But I was like, what's mine? And I realized it's one. And I am I was born on the 1st of Jan. Maybe that explains why.
It definitely does. It's the beginning of it all. It's the beginning of the year. It is the constant beginning of the shining light that you are. So one it is. And Vidya, again, like I said, it's always great fun to just hang out with you, because even if we're not really thinking of anything specifically to ask you, one can just have an amazing conversation and still hear from you so much, learn from you so much, and get a glimpse of what goes on inside your mind. So my first question actually to you is that, as I was mentioning, you portray all these roles, okay, of women, fearless and ambitious, and don't back down, don't take no for an answer. All of this, all right. Something must be going on in your mind, right? Because it's amazing, your litany of work. It's a constant progression or some kind of setup, a combination of all of these. So what's going on in your mind when you're looking at a script, when you decide to pick a role of any kind?
I think I tend to choose roles that are either a reflection of me in some way, or roles that are an extension of my belief. And lately I've begun to say this, and I'm not even sure people understand this, but I feel this is a perfect place to say that I feel I choose roles that heal me. Whatever healing it is that I need at that point of time, I think the role shows up to heal that part of me. I um, I don't know how better to explain this than to say that I hope a lot of you have watched Shakuntala Devi. If not, please watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. I had to plug it in. We are still promoting the film. No, but I feel, it was only a few years back that I began to see my mother as a person, as a human being, as an individual, above and beyond being my mother. And I think Shakuntala Devi happened to me at the time when I realized my mother had feet of clay. She was not a goddess, and she is a goddess. Each one of us is a goddess, but we're probably, by putting our mothers on that pedestal that we always do, we probably rob them of their right to be human. I think, and that's when Shakuntala Devi happened to me. So that's why I'm saying that, every role that's shown up has been an opportunity for me to heal something in me.
It's so interesting that you said that, Vidya. First of all, the comments, the feedback for you are pouring in, and we're going to get to that as well. Two things that you said instantly came to mind. One is that it's almost like a healing process for you, and you also brought up the mother-child, mother-daughter relationship. So, mother-daughter, getting to first question straight off the bat. All the roles you've played, now Shakuntala Devi. Shakuntala Devi is, she's a feminist, fiercely so, and living in a sexist environment. Yet, she didn't back off. She didn't back down. Like, she was strong-minded, single-minded ambition. She went out there, got her fame, got her recognition, got her respect. So when you say that we look at something as a healing process, how did you see this, and was it difficult for you, to imbibe these personality traits of hers into yourself with the character, and how did it help your process?
I think when I think of Shakuntala Devi, I look at her as someone who actually just wanted to be loved for who she was and not what she did. She was a genius that her parents discovered very early in life, and I think for better or for worse, they began to get her to do shows all over the country, and she did. That's what actually what laid the foundation for her then to be called the human computer the world over. So that's one part of it. But I think the fact that she felt somewhere unloved, she felt like you know she felt like she was not just being treated as their child, and I think every child just wants that. And I think however perfect your childhood has been, we all have um, we have certain um, uh, not regrets, but there's some browse to the other we have with our parents. And in my case, of course, my parents gave my sister and me every freedom to be exactly who we were. So uh, in that sense, there was no similarity, but she therefore wanted to prove that she was worthy of love throughout her life. In my case, I think my body has been my biggest issue. I battled my body for the longest time in my life, and it's thanks to the healing work that I've been doing with Nidhu for many, many years now that I've reached a stage where I can talk about it and talk about it, um, you know, um, because I've come a long way from where I started. I think because I grew up a fat child, and because my mother probably grew up a fat child, she was always very, I think, unknowingly worried about the fact that I was a fat girl. Because whatever she must have felt growing up, she probably projected that onto me. And that was, I always, there was a part of me that felt that she didn't uh, love me in, all of me the way I would have liked her to. Um, so I wanted to prove that I was good enough to be loved in every way. So I didn't let anything become an impediment. And I just, kept moving forward. And it's so interesting that it was my mother who introduced me to Nidhu almost 10 years back now when I started work with Nidhu. And I realized that every issue in my life came back to my body. If a film didn't work, finally I would find some way of making it about the body. So um, I think it was that wound that had begun to heal, and therefore I could identify, though the situations are not the same, in some way, I think, and please, Nidhu, jump in and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel our experiences, Shakuntala's and mine, are probably the same, and probably the same for a whole lot of people, because uh, I think we all have wounds that need healing. Like I said, however perfect your childhood, however beautiful your relationship with your parents, there's always some part of us that feels unacceptable, um, that feels unloved. And Shakuntala Devi probably came to, give me that last push towards self-acceptance. And not that it is work in progress. It will always probably be work in progress to love and accept yourself. But I feel that she freed me a little more. She made me understand even more than before how it wasn't like my mother didn't um, love me just the way I was, but she was worried about me. And that came from her childhood wound, which didn't probably get healed because she didn't have a Nidhu.
So kind of you.
No, but I mean it. So I hope it wasn't too convoluted, but I hadn't ever thought about what you asked me. I'm prepared invariably for every other question that comes my way, but this came out of the blue. So I hope I haven't gone all over town trying to answer you, Neelu.
Well, we've enjoyed the ride along, and yes, you've answered it very well. So
Thank
that,
you.
Vidya, you're brilliantly articulate, and there is no all over town with you. It's always amazing listening to, understanding and listening to your insights, and I know it impacts a lot, all of us, especially women out there, hugely, to have somebody like you saying the things that you're saying, even saying something like, I've been working with a healer like Nidhu for 10 years, to be so unapologetically open about it. So kudos to you. I hope everybody sees, and I know everybody sees, how amazing it is to have somebody so open with everything. And the chat is going berserk, and I'm going to ask Ruchira to please come in, and please come in with this. But just before that, one more question, because it was part of the beginning, which is this entire mother-daughter thing. You brought it up in this movie. Uh, it's all about the portrayal of this amazing Shakuntala Devi as seen through her daughter's eyes.
Yeah.
And as you said, it doesn't matter what your childhood has been or not. Every mother-daughter relationship is just, it's emotionally challenged and sparking all the time. I mean, sometimes I genuinely feel I don't know why we're looking for energy resources. Just pick a bunch of mothers and daughters, close them into a room, energy will get created. You something. All right. So,
Tell me about it. I fight a lot with my mother. Actually, not that much anymore, but I used to fight a lot with her. If an earthquake happened somewhere
sorry,
in the world, I'd find a way to fight with my mother.
Vidya, sorry, so sorry. Just with you saying that I fight a lot with my mother's listening on right now. Mom, Vidya Balan also fights with her mother. Okay, I love you. I love you. Sorry, Vidya. Please continue.
No, I think our mothers know that because they've also shared relationships like that with their own mothers. Which is why, ye dunya goal hai, since all this started with Shakuntala Devi's story, her mother tells her that someday you'll have a daughter and then you'll understand. And my mother said that to me so many times. I'm sure every mother has said that to her daughter, because I think that's part of, it's a rite of passage, I think.
Absolutely right. And in fact, in the movie, the scene where uh, you took my maths away. You should get You should get a Nobel Prize or a prize for raising me.
Yeah.
Stuff was that. What would you tell to, there are mothers and daughters who go through that.
Yeah.
So I think the question here that I'm trying to get in is, it's never easy for women, Vidya. What are we supposed to do? You want to go make a mark for yourself out in the world. There's a little compromise that happens at home. You're a terrible mother or a homemaker. You sit at home, you don't go there, you feel like, I missed something. And somebody will invariably pass, like a thing like, oh, you're just at home. It's, how do we ever get happy? It's so much to deal with.
I think we've just, women are conditioned to just not feel good enough. We don't, we're never worthy of love. Even if someone shows us absolute love and acceptance, I think we find it very difficult to accept that, because I don't know, like I said, I think women are, on the one hand, and when I say they, I'm not just saying men. I think we women do it to each other also. We do it to ourselves. We expect ourselves to be goddesses on the one hand, but we don't treat ourselves like goddesses. Because perfection is an illusion. It's an absolute impossibility. I think the beauty is when you the process of growing up makes you realize that perfection is an impossibility, and that you are complete just the way you are. You know, whatever the size of your hips, whatever the length of your hair, whatever the color of your skin, whatever you've achieved, whether you see yourself as a good enough wife, mother, daughter, a professional, what you've accomplished in life. I think the process of growing up has to be about realizing that you are enough, you know. But I think that takes, even that, I'm not sure everyone reaches that stage. I think today we are more fortunate because, you know, there's a lot more awareness today, generally. And then, of course, you can, you know, maybe actively work with a healer, a therapist, a counselor, whatever. Maybe just with yourself, with the use of books and other tools. But that realization is very important, because I think we've just been held to impossible standards. And, you know, it's almost like one is, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I just think I said what I wanted to. Sorry, my mind was going all over the place trying to connect the dots, but I think I'm coming back to what I said. So I'll leave it at that.
Right, absolutely. And I know, like, Ruchira is just like waiting to be, to ask you. So, Ruchira, please come on. And before everyone gets upset because I'm not reading the comments out, Ruchira, please help me.
Hi, Ruchira.
Hi, Vidya. So lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
I've been a listener on the previous Tele Summits where you've spoken, and it's always so lovely to listen to you.
Oh, thank you. I think the Tele Summit is a place, this Tele Summit is a place where I feel most, you know, safe to be sharing the way I do. So thank you for that.
In fact, so Neelu and I were talking about this chat that we're going to have with you, and I was telling her that, you know, it's interesting that you did Shakuntala Devi. You've done other major roles, major I would think the roles which are like, they have a very big feminist sort of angle, and it's your own. I think over time, it's become your own version of feminism. You always have this amazing, like, strong woman, but at the same time you acknowledge the men in the and the male roles in the film and in the stories, which is really, really admirable, I think. I wanted to talk to you about, actually, how women relate to women, and because it's one of the things that we'll be discussing on the Tele Summit with different healers. And I wanted to ask you, why do you think the relationship between women, whether it's mother or daughter or sisters or girlfriends, why is it so emotionally charged always?
Because I think, I'm not sure I have the answer to that, or the you know, I'm probably going to be grappling myself. But I think it's because historically women have been pitted against each other for attention, for you know, resources, for because your identity depended on the men in your lives. So you wanted to be, you know, you wanted to be a priority in the man's life always. And that, to me, is the crux of the conflict between women. You know, you didn't want someone else to be favored over you, even if that was your own, your kith and kin. So I think that because our identities were so, we were only defined in terms of the men in our lives. Whose daughter, whose sister, whose wife, whose mother, whose grandmother. You didn't have an identity outside of that. So, you know, to just make sure that you retain that identity because your survival depended on that, I think we ended up pulling each other down, talking each other down, compromising each other. But I think that's the beauty, you know, with the fact that today What I mean is the beauty of what's happening today is that with us going out, getting educated, getting jobs, living our dreams, we're now slowly beginning to stand up for each other.
That's true. We've got lots of people.
We're no longer, sorry, yeah, did you lose my voice?
No. That's fine.
Okay. We're no longer a threat. You know, we realize that we can be, each of us is very powerful. So if we hold hands, we get that much more powerful.
Mm. That's true. That's very true. There was that whole hashtag as well recently, women supporting women.
Yeah.
And these are good things to, and like you mentioned, that a lot of this is now in as part of a public discussion, part of public
Discourse,
conversations, and that's building more awareness around acceptance. I have
Right.
a lot of Neelu, there's tons and tons of comments from everyone, so I'm going to try and read some out. So I have someone who says, people will find you worthy if you find yourself worthy enough.
Absolutely.
And Sanya says,
That's a realization, sorry, I've had over the years. But, you know, that happens with growing up, and that happens with, I'm not sure everyone grows up with that sense of self-worth. I wish everyone did. I wish someday, you know, there was no need to heal that part of us anymore. But I think we're at a point where there is still that need.
In that space, just very quickly adding on would be the बड़ा आदमी क्यों मैं बड़ी औरत बनूंगी.
Yeah, exactly.
Ruchira.
Sorry, I muted myself because my dog started barking.
Oh.
For a second, I thought I was echoing. So I was like, oh, that's a weird echo.
So I want to ask you, Vidya, is there a one feminine quality that you really admire, that you've noticed in women that you really like and admire?
I think women are most capable of empathy and compassion.
That's true.
And I think that's really, you see women from all over the world, from different walks of life, and that's the one common thread I think that binds us.
Is there one that
we need to have that empathy and compassion for ourselves too?
That's true. That's really, really true. Is there one trait that annoys you
in women?
Only one. This is just, you're limiting Vidya immensely.
No, but
I'm a woman. I'm saying Vidya, you know, it's never just one thing, is it?
No, I think I'd say maybe you know, where I come from in terms of my personal experience, I think this obsession with the body is definitely something that bothers me, because everyone, I mean, I don't know whether it's today or whether it's always been like that, but the first thing anyone talks to you about is how much weight you put on or lost.
That's true. That is so true.
Correct.
You know, and now people realize that when they tell me, oh, you've lost weight, I don't react anymore, I just smile. So people have, it's stopped being an issue in my mind, and therefore I think it's less of an issue in other people's minds. But I see interactions between people all the time. And you know, then when you tell someone says, oh, you've lost weight to another, and she'd say, no, yeah, but my cheeks are always so chubby. And I'm like, you know, it's never enough. It's never enough.
It's never enough. True. If, you know, Vidya, if I were to, Ruchira, it's such a great question, Vidya, if I were to bring up one thing, I'm asking you, what do you feel about this? Is the putting down of women. You know, we all come from different backgrounds. We have a different way of thinking. We have different outlooks in life. Our upbringing, nobody should ever be questioned. And just because it's different, I think this is the one thing that I am never able to come to terms with, is how quickly women put women down. What do you I mean, what's your take on this?
I'm going to, I feel differently about that. I think human beings put human beings down. We judge each other very harshly because I think that's just a human trait. We tend to do that so we feel better about ourselves. So, I actually feel that men do that much more. But we've accepted that as being, that, that it's a, because men are in competition with each other, testosterone, all of that. So you explain that away. But I think it's just all of us. I don't think we should be, this is my personal opinion, that, by expecting women to never ever judge another woman, I think that would be uh, a very lofty expectation.
Right. Very nicely put, Vidya. So nicely put, really.
Because, then we are probably taking away the humanness of us and expecting us to be goddesses again. We will have personal issues that color the way we see one another. And, but we are capable of a lot of empathy and compassion. So it's beautiful that both coexist.
Right. And you know what? I wouldn't have expected this kind of answer from anybody else other than you. Really. This is so nicely and wonderfully put. And Vidya, from the get-go, from the time the call has started, people have just been writing into the chat. Please give me a moment to call this out. They're all like huge fans. Rashmi, I'm sorry, I'm leaning in a bit. Rashmi is written in. Hi Vidya, you're so beautiful and an inspiration. Akanksha is really excited to be here. There's Nikita, who's actually been on a lot of our previous Tele Summits where you've also been on, writing in to see. So awesome to see you, Vidya. You are an inspiration. Very, very excited to be here after so long. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Tripti has written in that me and my girls are great fans of Vidya Balan.
Oh, you.
Preeti writes in Shakuntala Devi is an excellent movie. I'm sorry, I'm getting a comment. Is my voice echoing?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I got a comment. So I was just wondering. Okay. Thank you. So Shakuntala Devi, excellent movie. Deepa's written in saying, so excited to be here. So excited to see Vidya and Mrinalini. Sorry, is that the name I'm getting? Shakuntala Devi, excellent movie. So excited. And there is I love you loads, Vidya Balan. I'm your biggest fan. That's Priya Ahuja. Just in case you thought I was saying something again.
No, but I'm not individually saying thank you, but thank you to all of you. A big, big, big thank you.
Yeah. And for Prajna, it's like a dream that she's here and that you're here and she's getting to listen to you. Oh, and this is lovely. Look who's asked the question. Nidhu is asking you, Vidya, how do you look 16 years old?
I'm telling you, we should do this Tele Summit once every week at least. So I go back feeling so wonderful about myself. Probably not just wonderful about myself, I'll go back with a bloated head. But thank you, Nidhu. Thank you, Neelu, for always being so kind and generous with your compliments and your appreciation. Thank you.
And I'm coming in because immediately after that, there were a couple more people who wanted to know the secret of your skin and gorgeous hair.
Oh my God. Skin, I think I don't use makeup, outside of my shoots. And I have a lot of water. I try and eat healthy and I try to stay happy. So I think these are the things for good skin and hair. I don't know. It's probably also genes, but I oil my hair once a week. Maybe that. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Nikita has written in saying Shakuntala Devi was a super movie. You played the role so amazingly, Vidya. Suman Swarupa has written in, Vidya ji, You have mimicked her body language perfectly. It is
Thank you.
fantabulous. So,
Thank you.
and just scrolling down again, like I said, this we could just do this for an hour or so. And this is somebody in writing and saying, "I love you." I'm sorry, I'm not being able to see your name properly. I love you, Vidya ji. Beautiful role you played. Loved the movie. And there's Priyanka saying, thanks to technology and beautiful women and amazing initiatives that we're all connected and getting to connect with you. And yeah, and look at there is Tripta was written saying, I'm thoroughly impressed with your career journey, Vidyaji. It's remarkable.
Thank you.
So yes, and I'm still scrolling, and this is, and with so much that you've said from the very beginning, there's so true, very true. Couldn't agree more. Well said, nicely put. This has really helped me. This is with everything that we've just spoken about so far. And there is, how can we have this call without this coming up? I think that becomes like a standard part of this. Sunita has written and asking, where does that amazing inhibited laugh come from? For all of us women, life's challenges are enough to squash us. So, to squash us down. So, love the way you laugh.
Oh,
Would you like
thank
to?
you. But
Would you like
thank
to
you.
say something to her?
Yeah, I don't know actually where it comes from. I think it comes from my stomach. I've been told in the past that I laugh like a hyena. And
No,
I
you
was,
don't. What nonsense.
but I can't help the way I laugh. And, you know, I think I find a lot of things very funny, and I laugh easily most of the time. So, but thank you. I don't know where it comes from. I think I probably look for reasons to smile and just laugh.
True.
I think sometimes even when I'm having a bad day, even if I fake a laughter, I begin to feel better. So, because sometimes, especially during promotions, since I'm just off a promotion schedule, I can tell you that they're asking you the same questions again and again, and you're exhausted. And sometimes just laughing in the middle of it all changes your mood and the energy. So I don't know, but thank you very, very much, all of you, for all the love and appreciation and the compliments.
Vidya, there's a lady here, Shweta Rao, and I'm just checking in with Amrish and Ruchira. Can we get her unmuted? She's sitting with her daughter next to her, and she's saying that she's listening to Vidya and she's smiling. And Vidya, everybody wants to see you, meet you, be next to you, and there's a little girl. You got to say hello.
Of course.
Can we get her on?
Yeah, we
Can we
can
get
I'll just
Shweta Rao? Shweta Rao, yes, Shweta Rao. And her name's in all caps.
unmute yourself. I've just sent you a request.
And also, I'm reading some of the comments here. I'm so overwhelmed with all the love. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, this is Shweta Rao, and that's my daughter Sia. And
I can't see you.
Sorry.
Yes,
hi. Hi, Vidya. Hi, everybody here. And
yeah.
So we were listening. We were listening to the part where it was being discussed, where every daughter has at some point in time, had some issue or the other with their mom. So I'm a mom to a 17-year-old, and there are howling matches all the time.
I'm sure.
I am a daughter, with my mother also. I'm the only daughter to her, and we have our howling matches. But then I think nothing even comes close to the bond that mothers and daughters have. And like Vidya rightly pointed out, there might be an earthquake somewhere, and all the daggers would be drawn towards the moms.
Yeah. But how lovely that both of you have joined us together, Shweta and Sia.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to hear.
Oh, really?
Not sure what's gone wrong here.
No, it's loud enough. We can hear you.
Yeah, but so nice of you to let me speak. And also for Shakuntala Devi, Vidya, I must tell you that I'll just take 1 minute of your time. That Shakuntala Devi really put me in a perspective as a single mom. somewhere or the other, it made me introspect that, and put me on in an autocorrect mode where uh, I knew what I should not be doing as a single mom and going into a destructively possessive mode. It could happen
Right.
when you're raising kids single-handedly, and for you, they are your universe.
Yeah.
And that really put me into. And I was in an introspective mode for the longest time after watching the movie. So kudos to you.
Oh,
Kudos to
thank
the
you.
for such wonderful storytelling. Thank you. I've
Thank
taken
you.
much of your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you so
No,
much.
but more power to you for just this introspection and this awareness, I think that's really amazing. And
Thank you.
thank you
Thank you
for
so much.
sharing this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sia, say hi quickly before you go off.
Hi, Sia.
Yeah, say hi. Hello.
Hi. Lots of love to you.
I think there's some issue with our speaker.
No.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, hi. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you through the mic,
It's okay.
earphones only, but
Okay. Okay, great.
All right. Thank
So
you.
have a lovely
Thank you so
weekend,
much.
Thank
mother and
you.
daughter. Bye.
Thank you so much. You all as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Sweta. Yeah, stay on video. Sorry, I almost said, I almost said go on mute, and I realized you are. And Vidya Bharati is written in that condition and pressure are natural as every mother desires that he or she. I'm sorry, where is the comment suddenly jumped? Okay, so I'm just going to go to another one. Rupali saying women have to start treating themselves as human beings. You are one of the inspiration to focus. Your one inspiration to focus on is talent and self-respect, rather than seeking approval from others. Like you just said, Vidya, like you just mentioned. So bringing this back to this setup again. I'm sorry, Shweta, may I just request you to do we have Shweta on mute? Because I'm seeing her right here on the main thing. If we could just have a quick, all right. So coming back to getting this into perspective, I know Ruchira has got something on her mind. I can see her face is right there. Ruchira, go ahead and ask.
No, I was just going to ask, because there was a whole bunch of comments about the about how women shouldn't judge themselves, etc. And I know that when I was watching Shakuntala Devi, there were moments where I thought, oh my God, like, she's going to take her daughter traipsing around the whole, and upset her, like, life completely. And I wanted to ask you, Vidya, were there moments when you were reading the story and going through understanding the character where you felt that uh, where you judged her choices? Were there moments like that?
No, actually, because if I did, I wouldn't have been able to do the film. So that's very important for me whenever I'm reading um, any character. Um, if I start off from a place of judgment, then that's a red flag for me. But I could understand. I think someone wrote me a message after they watched the film. She's another actor. And she told me, she said, what was lovely is that you saw her as a wounded soul, which is why you didn't judge her. And that's not something that I realized, but I guess that's true. I did, I did see how she was, all she wanted was love, and she felt, there was a part of her that felt unloved. She felt, uh, in some sense, um, abandoned
Yeah,
as a child,
yeah.
because she was made to grow up um, very, very early. So I think I saw that, which is why I was able to, I was able to play her.
I have
And
someone.
but I have to say, sorry, Ruchira, I'm interrupting. I have to say, a lot of people, especially mothers, have written to me saying, we did question ourselves. You know, I went through my life and asked myself, have I done things like this to my daughter? Someone else said, you know, I realized that a single mother actually wrote to me and said, I've been crying all day since I've watched the film, because all these years being a single mother, I've judged myself very severely, and I've always been guilty because my job has been my co-parent. But today I feel like I've done my best. And I think that was a beautiful compliment for me. If anyone feels like they've done their best, if they know it in their heart, that really makes me feel good.
In fact, I was just going to read out. So one of our listeners, she's written a comment saying that I cried a river after watching this movie. It it literally reflected my exact relationship with my mother and my mother's relationship with my grandmother.
Right,
It's like a self-realization film, and I started to be easy on everybody around me: mother, grandmother, sister,
right,
everyone.
right.
Chicago's written this.
Wow, that's lovely. Thank you. I think that was, you know, that's a beautiful compliment, and thankfully we've had a lot of people tell us that, not just me, but even different people from the team, the director, the producer, the writers, and that's very, very heartening to know. That's very fulfilling, because I think that's what you realize. When I read her story, you realize that, you know, she did the best she could. That the daughter often felt, therefore, that she didn't love her enough. She probably loved her Max more. But it's sometimes, uh, you know, when I think the last time on the Tele Summit, I shared this story about, you know, blessings being packaged differently from the way we want them to be. It's the same thing, you know, when an expression of love, it does not match our expectation of that expression, then we think it's not love. But there is love between all mothers and daughters. There is love, but each has, you know, each is an individual, and they have different ways of expressing that love, and sometimes they're unable to express that love because of whatever. But you know, there is love. There's always love.
You know what summarized it, no, in the movie? It's the part where I had tears going down with us. That part where your daughter's telling you in the movie where I never saw you as a woman. I only saw
Yeah,
you as a mother.
yeah.
So that
I
yeah, you know, that one dialogue in the beginning, Badi Aurat Banungi, and this one dialogue in the end, it pretty much covered the entire gamut of this movie for me.
I'm, you know, going to go back, and after this, I'm going to write to my director and the writer on the film and just share all these reactions. They're going to be so thrilled.
So
We'll
Neelu,
send them to you. We'll send them. We'll send them
yeah.
to you, written as it is. We'll send them to you.
Great, thank you.
Nilu, I have one more
Yes,
comment, and then I will
yes.
give it back to you, hand it back to you. So Sarita says that she saw the movie this week, and it came at such a right time, where I had been questioning myself for starting to start working during the lockdown,
Mhm.
and my son fell ill, and I was so motivated by the movie that only my intent of working for my son is most important. Nothing else matters, as ups and downs will surely happen. And yesterday, the doctor said he was perfectly fine. And
Oh,
today, I'm
great.
listening to you, and this is so awesome.
And I wish him and you continued good health.
Thanks, Arthur. Back to you, Nilu.
Thank you. And as I was mentioning earlier, Vidya, that we'll have all of these sent to you, and I know that everybody who's writing in and is still writing in is going to be super delighted to know that all your love and your comments for Vidya, for the movie, for everything, you know what? It's going to reach the entire team thanks to Vidya. So Vidya, big thank you for just that much also. You know, we have international listeners listening, but I'm just going to say it anyway. आपने हमारा दिन बना दिया.
Oh, और
You
आपने
made
मेरा
our
बना
day.
दिया हमेशा की तरह.
So, yeah, Vidya, okay, all this is happening. We're talking about us as women. We're, with body issues, with this, and the movie, and so much in this movie actually relating to so much that all of us as people go through. At the end of the day, Vidya, when you go home,
this also needs to relax. No, you also have to not. Apart from like finding a reason to laugh and everything, what is it that you do to take your mind off it all? I think all of us would love to know a little bit of that. I know you take saltwater baths. I remember that.
Yes, I do. But sometimes now increasingly I've realized that it's been a few years I've stopped listening to music. I think just staying in silence, I find very rejuvenating. And just sometimes sitting and doing nothing, because that helps me. Also in my line of work, we're surrounded by people all the time, so that gets and in close proximity, actually, even on a set, or whether you're on a shoot or you're doing promotion. So I think I need that physical, to be just alone by myself for a while, and with no sound. I love that. I think that helps me breathe easier. And of course, there are I do the finger holds. That I do even when I'm around people. Shamelessly, I have to admit to you that at the beginning of, I was feeling a bit like weak in my throat. So I've been holding uh, my index finger, so I calm down and don't stress about that. So I do the finger holds, and that I find very, very powerful. Then, yeah, bathe in salt water, pray, watch the waves, because we live on the beach, do a session with Nidhu. Sometimes when the day gets overwhelming, she's very, very kind. And sometimes even in the middle of the night, I call her. So thank you for that, Nidhu. And yeah, that's what I do.
When you mentioned holding the index finger hold, Nidhu was like, yeah, like she was on mute, but she's going, yes.
No, but it is amazing, these little things. And I share this with people, and people are like, sometimes people who receive it beautifully, great, they realize that it could work. But there are people who say, really, okay, I'll do it, and then don't do anything about it. And I feel like I wish I could shake you up and just tell you how powerful this is. This is such a little thing. But I have to share with you that I was in a shoot, and this actor was just not able to remember the lines. He was exhausted. He'd been shooting for many, many days on end, and nights on end. So he was not able to do the scene. And I told him, I said, why don't you? I think every time the director called for action, he would begin to panic, because he was preempting forgetting the line. So I quietly went and I told him, I said, why don't you hold your little finger? This is when you're trying too hard. And he said, what? I said, just try it. Hold your little finger, you'll calm down. You won't believe it. He got the shot in the next take.
Wow.
I'm clapping. You might as well unmute and clap, Nidhu.
So yeah, I do these things. And I also, yeah, so I talk to my husband also a lot. He's my healer, but he doesn't know it. Besides Nidhu. And we're actually two ends of the spectrum. I'm not even sure he subscribes to any of my beliefs in this area. But yeah, I think talking about what you're going through is very, very helpful. Even if it's the smallest stress on any given day.
Right. You've been seeing me like squinting down because I'm trying to catch it. Okay, Vidya, this is absolutely adorable. I can't not bring this up. There's one pic with you, ma'am, please. How do we get a picture organized for you right now? And by the way, you'll have to get in line.
No, I wish we could do a picture, but I think that'll be difficult with so many people on screen. I don't think we'll be able to everyone, right?
So we'll try. Let's see if we can manage a gallery view. But yeah, we'll see if we can figure something. We can figure something out. And yes, screenshot kar sakte hain. Who is that? Shagu. And you can go ahead and take the screenshot. You know what? Like turn around like this and go right with you on the screen. So, okay, there's one lady I'd like to get on with you. And I bring this on especially because I'd like to bring her on, especially with you mentioning about the fact that you've gone through body things. And Akash is written in saying that she's a lady, by the way. Akash is written saying that I'm fat, and it's so good to see you and for you to talk like this. And I'm asking to unmute. Hopefully, she is on and will be able to come on. Akash, we've asked to unmute you if you're here.
Neelu, would you
Yes.
try your voice without the earphones?
Yeah. Is this better?
It's better.
Ah, okay. Actually, at the beginning, without the earphones, it wasn't loud enough, so that's why I put the thing. Is this better now?
Yeah, there's some cracking at the end, but it is better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be creative.
Hi, who did you say was going to join us?
Akash? Akash, are you here?
Akash, we can't hear you. We're still not getting the sound.
Yeah.
Although it does look, Akash, that you have a beautiful aquarium or an ocean view behind you. Can you try your, can you just check your mic, Akash?
Sorry, I've just been scrolling to see. Yes, Akash Kamboj, right?
Yes.
Akash, we can't hear you. You might have to leave the chat and rejoin. That helps sometimes. And may I please say hi to my favoriteest girl, Nishi. Hi, Nishi.
Should we just see if we can get Nishi on?
Yeah, I've just sent a request to
Both
unmute.
of us did it together.
Hello.
Hear us?
Hi, Nishi.
Hi, Faith. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm so happy to be here and to see you, and I love you.
Love you too. I'm happy to see you. And are you wearing something Indian? You look lovely.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Great. Let's see.
Always Vidya inspired.
Thank you, Nishi.
Sorry, Richard, can you see there's a post? Is it from Bharati? I'm not able to make out because the name on top looks different. This lady has written in Vidya that Vidya ji, I've seen you write from Hum Panch to Shakuntala Devi. All roles are challenging, and she's actually had the opportunity to take basic classes from Shakuntala Devi.
Oh,
Wow.
So Bharati, is that you? Because the name above is showing something else. Just let me.
it's
Raj
scrolled up on my chat, like, so I can't.
Shekhar. Okay, here. I'm asking to unmute.
But how amazing. I wish I'd met you before the film when I was prepping. So I could have gotten some tips from you about her.
This is Bharati. So, Bharati, we've asked to unmute you. And if you can come on, that would be amazing. Okay, I am not sure. Maybe, maybe she's stepped away a little.
In the meantime, Vidya, I'll tell you, you're getting compliments in Bangla also. খুব
Oh,
সুন্দর
lovely.
তুমি, সত্যি বলছি।
ধন্যবাদ। আমি বাংলা বলতে পারি।
And here's another one, which is for some reason landed up in private, which is watching you, Vidya, makes us realize and learn to be content, satisfied, happy, and flaunt our flaws. Thank you so much. You're so bold and positive and satisfied with who you are. Makes you more beautiful and attractive. Love to see you in more movies. Best wishes. Galaxy S10.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I just realized, because when she was saying this in my head, I was going, how can this get any better? So that's the other thing, uh, that I keep repeating to myself, saying, how can this get any better? What else is possible? What more can we receive? All that I've learned from Nidhu. And I also listen to the decrees very sincerely all the time. The decrees,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Nidhu, should we finish your 4th September call right now? We can just declare the packages. You don't have to talk about it. It's just been taken care of right now, right here. Stamped, sealed, and delivered by the one and only.
But hers has to be the most calming voice in the world. Sometimes I'm not even paying attention to the decrees. That voice in my ear is like, I know everything's okay in the world. God bless you for that.
Thank you, Ma.
And are you still practicing? Sorry, Nidhu, you were saying.
No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
And are you still practicing switch words as well?
Oh, yes, very much.
You're doing
Very
it.
much. Even before this, I have a set. So I said, Divine Magic begin now. And a few. So all those are tools given to me by Nidhu.
Fantastic. And you've been doing this for the reason why I'm asking this, Vidya, is, most of us are not really used to seeing this awesome, big, huge celebrity superstar bringing something like alternative healing into absolute happy openness. There's no is stigma too strong a word? Is there another word I'm looking for? Please help me with that if you can. That somebody doesn't want to admit to the fact that they're doing something that is not necessarily
I have to admit, Neelu, that I have been there, and it took me a while to share with people that I've been working with a healer, because you feel like, firstly, there's so many misconceptions about healing, which are very, very unfortunate. But people, when you talk about alternative healing, people have all kinds of perceptions about that, preconceived notions rather. So for the longest time, I wouldn't want to tell people, but I feel that it's been so magical. It's been so life-changing. If I could share it with everyone I knew, I would recommend it to everyone I knew, because today I feel I can see, how I'm more at peace. I'm more loving and accepting of myself, of my life, how I'm constantly counting my blessings, and how then life, the universe, God, whatever, everyone blesses you that much more. There's that much more reason to say thank you for. So I'm living embodiment of the fact that this is the most beautiful gift that one of the most beautiful gifts that life has given me, and given to me by my mother. I keep saying this again and again, and she gifted me the best healer in the world.
Yeah,
I cannot even begin to tell you. I wish I could express it in words, but thank you, Nidhu. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. And Neelu will also start crying, and I'll also start crying. And I think pretty soon Ruchira will also start crying.
Sorry, I just...
You know what? This is a good time to do. Have a sip of water. I was just going to say that, Vidya, you took your bottle.
Water it is.
Seriously, everybody just, take 5 seconds. Take a sip of water.
This is a great thing about all of us, women getting together is that even if we get emotional together, if we cry together, even that has the power to bring so much change in the
Yeah.
world. Like, as it is, one of my favorite lines for Vidya, and I say this on every Tele Summit, is that if she wasn't being busy being a film star and a superstar and a celebrity, she would be a healer. I mean,
Thank you.
people turn to her for advice. People turn to her to lay their problems at her feet. She prays for people. Y'all being here, expressing what y'all think about her, about Shakuntala Devi, is of course by itself so beautiful. But apart from that, you see, when you go away from this call, you will go away so much more enriched because you got to spend time in her space. For those of y'all who are auric readers, take a look around her. It's perfectly round, it's perfectly pink. Can you see? Constantly radiating love. And because she's there visible for all of us, it's radiating out to all of us. I guarantee your life has already changed. You will see how differently you feel about yourself and everything else by tomorrow morning.
100%.
Thank you.
100%.
And I wish whatever, from your mouth to God's ears, that's all.
Always.
As long as people feel that positive change in their lives. But thank you for your generosity to say I could have anything to do with it. Thank you.
Very much so. In fact, we had to have you begin this Tele Summit because your presence, your words, your voice, Ma, what a voice. What a voice. I mean, it's just, I was just telling everybody else on the group, it's the voice of the future. It's when you say it, it happens. Like Neelu said, if you look at your entire lineage of work, Ma, you've just gone from stronger woman to stronger woman to stronger woman to stronger woman. And that's what we're all here to do together. Be stronger, be better, higher, faster, stronger, although that's the Olympic motto. But
Why not?
why not?
Why not?
Why not? So thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Madhu.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much. Your presence has set the tone for this entire Tele Summit. Your presence has set the tone for all of us. Like you can see from the messages also, Ma, how uplifted everybody's already feeling. Just in being able to communicate, see you, hear you.
In
Thank
fact,
you.
Nidhu,
Can we
Nidhu,
have this, be an all-night tele summit?
Nidhu,
Our listeners would
Vidya,
say, sure.
sorry, just coming in. Nidhu, with you saying, you talking to everybody who are Oracle, readers and seeing what's around Vidya, and if not this, she would have been this. I just happened to catch a glimpse of this. There's this young 20-year-old with us who's actually battling PCOD, and she's just 20 and saying that Vidya is my role model, and I would love to get some advice from you. And I could not have seen this at a better time because you just brought these two lovely things in. So Vidya, what say? Should we get Draga on?
Oh, absolutely, please.
And what a lovely name. Is that her actual name? And is she still here though?
Raga?
Draga. Yeah, that's how it's been spelled. I thought I was looking for her, but no. I wonder if she dropped. We'll wait.
I'll just check if she's there.
I was trying to search for her. And in fact, one of her questions for you, Vidya, is because even if she has dropped and is unable to come back, is how do you counter other people judging you for your body, your medical problems, and physical characteristics? She's the young one. She's the young one with PCOD as well, and for whom you're a role model.
Firstly, thank you for saying that, Raga. Like I told you at the beginning of this conversation today, that I battered my body for the longest time. But it was through this healing work that I realized that it was my body that was actually keeping me alive. That is actually keeping me alive. And if I fought that very thing that's keeping me alive, then I'd rather be dead.
Oh, she's
And
here. Sorry.
yeah, hi Raga. Yeah, I saw her message saying, hi, I'm here. Are we getting her on? So please don't fight your body. You're beautiful just the way you are. I haven't even seen you yet, but I know that, because each of us is beautiful in our uniqueness, whether it's our body size, our height, our skin color, the length of our hair, our features. And there's, sorry. Okay. And uh, I really think that that is the most precious gift you can give yourself. You'll never be what everyone else wants you to be, because you can spend a lifetime wanting to be the size that you think is perfect. But while someone else might think you should be a size 0, someone might think you're great at a size 6, someone else might think, I don't know what. So, you'll never be able to make everyone happy. The easiest thing to do is to focus on making yourself happy. And you'll realize then, when you start doing that, the world seems happier with you. And, I've been through hormonal problems for a long, long time, years, decades. It's only now in the past 1.5 years that my health has gotten better. And that's because I stopped battling my body. The PCOD will disappear like this. Just start telling yourself that you love yourself the way you are, mind, body, and soul. And, fake it till you make it. Just keep telling yourself that. And someday it'll be your truth. And I wish that for you sooner than you know.
That was so nicely said, Vidya. And I know Raga's heard you. So sorry, beautiful Raga. We're not being able to unmute you. I'm in fact, we're only being able to ask you to start video. So I'm a little unsure about why that's happening. Hello, Uranus retrograde. Gone full from today. You know how I know that, right, Vidya? Is that lovely lady in the background?
Oh God.
Oh,
Vidya,
Yeah.
we have Sudriti with us as well, so shout out to her.
Sorry.
Sudriti.
Sudriti is here. Hi, Sudriti. Hi.
just
We
looking
haven't
for her.
unmuted her, but I just saw her on the list, so I had to bring that to your attention.
Oh, great.
We've
Hi,
asked to unmute.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, where are you? I can't see you, but I'm going to try and find you.
She's just come on video.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Sudriti. How are you?
I'm good. And I'm sorry, I just was so emotional when you said all that you just said. And whatever conversations we've had, I just thank you for Nidhu. Thank you so much.
We should actually say that to her parents. So, Neelu, please convey to your parents that we said thank you for Nidhu.
They're actually on. They're on the call, Vidya, so they've heard it straight from you.
Oh, great! Thank you, Auntie and Uncle. And
Thank you, Auntie and Uncle.
Nidhu is like she's like blushing, and like she probably needs 2 glasses of water right now to get the temperature down from here.
I just want you all to know that I mean, Vidya, we spoke at a very difficult time in life. It's been 9 years. My life has gone up and down and up and down. But the one thing that I completely agree with you is, if not for Nidhu, I don't know what I would have done. And even when she's not there, the best part is, it's a voice that goes on in my head, move right or move left. And I call her my lighthouse. And without you, I wouldn't have reached out to my lighthouse. So this is the best gift that you could have given me, and thank you for being such an important part in my life. So I cannot begin to tell you that.
Thank you for your thank you, and thank you so much more, stealing Nindu's words. And big hug to you, Sudhriti.
Thank you, Vidya. Love you. And I follow everything that you do, even though I don't say much, but please know that the universe is opening up for you. Please,
Oh,
please
thank you.
know that.
For all of us, yes to that.
Yes, yes to that.
Thanks, Sudhriti.
Thank you. Happy birthday to Mystic Lotus and everyone in this lovely, lovely team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, Nidhu. You look beautiful.
Yeah.
My
Vidya,
is being tested.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
sorry. Please go ahead, Neil. Please go ahead.
Yeah, with all of this, with all of this amazing love and energy flying around, Vidya. Okay, I have a request for everybody. When you come in, please type your names. So, Vivo1713 has said, please convey my message to Vidya that her voice is so divine, just like her.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's Vandana written in, Vidya, can you motivate my daughter? She has cerebral palsy. Can you motivate her to practice to achieve her physical independence? Any message that you say, we'll make sure it gets cut into a separate recording and make sure Vandana has it as well.
Great. Vandana, I wish I knew your daughter's name, but I'm sure she's an angel in your life, and I hope she knows that. Sending her lots of love, and Ishita, sending you all the love in the world. Just be the best version of yourself, because only you can be the best version of yourself. All the best, more power to you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And there's one more. Appreciate and love your honesty and openness. I'm realizing each moment that I'm not appreciating myself as much is my biggest takeaway so far. And I'm sure there's so much more from you. And I'm sorry, I haven't got the name of the person. My screen suddenly went like this and then like this. I'm sorry, I missed your name. Both my kids love your movie, Shakuntala Devi. They want me to tell you they love you. This is Manisha.
Oh, thank you, Manisha. Big love to you and your girls.
Like one big to them.
Nilu, that was Yogita. Yogita who had written.
Yogita.
No.
Oh, the previous one? Okay, thank you. And the Vivo 1713 was with the lady which said, please tell Vidya, Vidya, her voice is so divine, is actually Priya Javeri from Nashik.
Great. Thank you, Priya.
Yeah, there's so much. There's just constantly so much more. I just want to keep asking you, and I know people are. And Rashmi gives you loads of love and a big bear hug.
Right back at you. Thank you, Rashmi.
This is, I love what's going on here, and I just want to ask you, Vidya, apart from coming onto our Tele summits and where you have such a great time, how else do you unwind at the end of a long day? Apart from the meditation, like what do you do for fun? Is basically what I think I was getting at.
Watch Netflix or Amazon. And sometimes watch news channels on mute. I don't like to hear what they have to say, but it's just entertaining to see their faces contorting because it's so agitated, and it's funny when you watch it on mute. Try that if you haven't yet.
Vidya, we'll take one more person on. Just one.
Yeah, please,
Yeah, because there's and it's gone up scrolling again. Ruchira, you know what? I'm just gonna let you because I saw three people I thought I'd like to, and I've suddenly lost all of them on the chat.
So I was just reading Gayatri's comment. Actually, she says, I feel like shutting people's mouths when they keep advising me about my daughter's PCOD and weight issue, diet plan, etc. Everybody feels they're doctors, counselors, etc. That's so true, Gayatri. I'll just I'll just take a look at Dr. Hero Vora says, hi, ma'am. I watch your grace and power and energy via movies. I've gone through autoimmune conditions and come out of it via access consciousness. And it has been a
Wow.
whole journey. Thanking the universe that today I could see you over here.
Oh, thank you. And, more power to you. It's self-healing. And we all have that ability to heal ourselves. So I'm so glad to hear you have. And Gayatri, before that, if people give you too much advice on your daughter's PCOD, you should turn around and say something really personal to them. Maybe say, and I'd like to give you some advice about your marriage or about your child or about yourself. That'll shut them up forever.
Vidya, she's got to use the F. She's got to use the F word.
Absolutely.
Neither we're allowed. No, I remember the last time it happened, and that was not a video call, and I could feel Nidhu going.
except your parents are on this call, so I will definitely not use it.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot. Because I was just going to say, that's it. That's all you got to do. There like that. So in fact, Vidya, should we see if we can get Gayatri on?
Absolutely, please.
I'll just.
Yeah, you're checking. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just sending a unmute request. Gayatri, I've sent you a request to unmute yourself.
In the meantime, there is one question that invariably comes up. Vidya, you've answered this before, but we have a whole bunch of new people, which is, you are simply awesome. But how do you balance work and family life as a celebrity?
Oh, I actually don't. I don't try to balance it. I love what I do, and I feel like, I'm very blessed because on a daily basis, I'm living my dream. The only dream I've ever had was to be an actor. So I'm very grateful for that. And I fully immerse myself in my work when I'm at work. But my personal life is very, very precious to me. I love spending time with my family, my parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, her kids, and most importantly, also my husband. So it comes very naturally to me. At home, I'm just, that's the place I'm most myself. And I guard that very ferociously. But I don't try to balance. I don't make an effort at balancing. I'm not superhuman. And I keep, when I talk to women from different parts of the country and I get asked this question, I just say that when your husband goes out to work, he's not thinking about achieving that balance. So you shouldn't either. I know it's easier said than done for me because I don't have children. I know mothers go through a whole different thing. But having said that, just, if all of us focus on just being in the moment, we'd probably be able to achieve a much finer balance than we would otherwise.
Yes. And Nidhu, I don't know Nidhu, you've gone on mute. You were saying something? Okay. I don't know whose question you picked, Nidhu. I'm so glad you picked it up and brought it. Vidya, what you just said right now, thank you. This is my aha moment immediately because you just, I don't try and balance it. You know what? I've never looked at it that way. Why have I been struggling to do it? I mean, excuse me, put a gun to my head and shoot me already for not realizing this earlier. Thank you, Vidya. I had like tears in my eyes the moment you said that. That I don't do it. I don't balance myself, and this is. I love my work. I love my family. I don't need to balance. Thank you. That was really.
Thank you.
I know. I mean, I'm going away with lots of things, but this one, I'm going away with it like engraved in my heart. So yeah.
Okay, I have to read this message from Kanchan to everyone who says, I love Mystic Lotus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and Gayatri is here.
Yeah, Gayatri's here.
Hi, ma'am. Actually, I'm Raga from earlier.
Hi,
And
Raga.
this is my mother, Gayatri.
Oh, did
Oh,
we
lovely.
catch a mother-daughter team? Hello, somebody pat me on the back. Please, can I call somebody?
Yes, I can now see you. Hi, Gayatri. Hi, Raga.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. It's a great pleasure to hear you and listen
Thank
to
you.
whatever big nuggets of wisdom you had. They were amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much. You're really an inspiration.
I'm glad at the end of this 1 hour you're still calling it wisdom and not rubbish chatter, because I tend to talk a lot. So thank you for that. But
No, actually, you have built up her confidence in this one, like whatever you have spoken, because she feels a lot among her peer group, how much she feels because of her weight issue. As a mother, I feel so bad.
I'm sure. But you know, Raga, there's really, you're so beautiful now that I'm seeing you. You are so beautiful. Please look into the mirror every time you feel lesser. Just look into the mirror. You'll see reason to appreciate yourself.
That's beautiful. And coming from you, it's invaluable, priceless.
But I mean it. I mean it. I completely mean it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I'm so glad we were able to get you on, and Gayatri is your mom. Great seeing both of you here, and so happy with your mother-daughter team, both fans of yours, and they got to speak to you. I'm feeling very happy for them right now. I know how great it feels, this this being able to interact with you, and when you're coming with so much that's going on in your life, to be able to to say hi to you and to hear back from you. I know how much that has touched their lives right now, for sure. So thank you for that.
No, all these comments, all these messages, all this love, is really very precious to me. So thank you.
Vidya, we have someone from the team, Amrish, who's been quiet. Who says,
Amrish is always quiet.
He says Vidya Balan for Prime Minister.
Oh my God. Amrish, do you dislike me? Why would you wish me to enter politics? That's the one place I don't see myself. But thank you. I know you meant well.
I definitely heard the joke in that last one. Nidal, I could see you mouthing something earlier, but your voice had been on mute. So are you coming on?
I was going to come on to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to my ma, because I call her ma because you can see the goddess that she is, the goddess that shines out of her. So I wanted to say a huge thank you. We've taken a little bit more of your time, ma, and I thank you so much for spending it with us and for everybody on the call. Is there anything that you wanted to leave everybody with? Is there something you wanted to say to them?
Just firstly, again, I'd like to say thank you, Nidhu, thank you, Neelu, thank you, Amrish, and Ruchira. Thank you, Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies. Happy birthday again. And I've had a lovely, I don't know how much we've overshot, but whatever, 1.5 hours. I didn't even realize so much time had passed. So thank you for all your love and appreciation. And, I'd just like to say that as women, even more, that charity begins at home, and that home is yourself. That home is your body. That home is your mind. That home is your soul. So please be kind to yourselves. And, just there is only one of you in the world. So we must celebrate that.
And Ma, please give us your amazing dialogue about being normal and not being normal.
जब amazing हो सकती हूँ तो normal क्यों बनूं?
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I want to leave all of you with.
So one more time. One more time.
जब amazing हो सकती हूँ तो normal क्यों बनूं?
Yes to that.
Yes to that. Great.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you.
And I invite everybody to say Jai Hind when you sign out. And happy Independence Day, everybody. We look forward to seeing you on the other calls starting from Monday. Many thanks to our beloved superstar, India's favorite actor, Vidya Balan, for being here, for gracing this.
Thank you.
The Mystic Lotus. Awesome!
Awesome! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very cool.
You're trying to echo, right? Awesome.
Thank you, and a big hug to each of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya.
Thank you. Bye. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Mystic Lotus team, I think we would need to take a...
Nidhu is still on the call.
I know.
People are still... okay. Sorry, for a second I thought.
I know. But we need to take a snapshot of the chat. So that takes, I think, a couple of minutes. So we'll be on till then.
Also, the entire thing that that needs to go to Vidya it'll be downloaded in full format. You don't even need to take the screenshot.
Don't need to take? All right.
No,
I
no.
just have to check that. All right.
No,
Thank
वो
you.
पूरा download हो जाएगा.
Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you dearly. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday. Neelu, you have...
Thank you, Nidhu.
Thank you, Siddharthi. So nice to
Love
see
you, and you look radiant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's the 10 gulab jamuns I had on behalf of the Mystic Lotus.
You deserve it. And Neelu, I love the red nails, by the way. So
They're very quickly becoming my Teresa trademark.
Yeah.
And blue eyeliner. You should not forget blue eyeliner.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy birthday once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that was Nidhu and me separately, huh? No echo on Nidhu's.
Yeah. Love you guys. Bye. All the best.